changes. One of the things that is starting to be brought up now is the winter gas shortage. Western Europe, the UK, is particularly reliant on gas imports, pipelines from Russia, ships coming in full of gas, liquefied gas. That's something, with everything that's going on in the world, seems to be becoming quite disrupted. I don't really watch the mainstream media, but... Okay guys, so that was a video from September last year, as it was becoming obvious to at least the people that are doing the analysis, not necessarily me. I actually said in that video that that was all research that I had listened to from Monaco64. There was a video linked in that description if you wanted to watch Monaco's video on why there were accruing big problems in the natural gas markets, and that was before the before the current Ukraine situation exploded. So all these problems were happening. It was a good time to start preparing last year. It's an even better time to start preparing now, because if it wasn't going to happen then, it's definitely going to happen now. It's crucial, I think, at this point to secure your family's heating needs. I just want to run through what I'm doing at this house at the moment. So I was originally thinking a wood burner in here, but there's a lot of like regulatory just nonsense I feel you have to go through in the UK to fit a wood burner. So this house originally had open fires, so we're going to actually put an open fire back into here. When we moved in, this had a horrible 1980s electric fireplace in here. It looked awful. It really wouldn't be that efficient for heating the house. It certainly wouldn't be any use in a grid down scenario when the mains electricity could be off. So this is what we got. This is actually, we believe it's a reproduction fireplace, but it's all just need to knock these bricks out and do a bit of work, but it will fit in there all kind of nicely. It's a fairly well-made piece of kit, cast iron, very heavy. It should be very durable. But over the next few weeks, I mean, we've got no rush because, it's springtime, then it'll be summertime. So we've got quite a bit of time before getting the home heating secured before winter comes. We've got, 6-8 months. This is a project we'll chip away at over the next weeks and months. But we'll get the fireplace fully sorted here. Probably looking at like a heat exchanger behind the fire, just increase the efficiency. Maybe like a cold air feed towards it, so it's not drawing too much heat from the rest of the house. There's actually quite a lot you can do these days with open fires to make them a lot more efficient. Probably starting to get near the efficiency of a wood burner. Obviously, wood burners are superior in terms of efficiency, but in terms of like cost benefit, I think for us the open fire really was a no-brainer. You're looking at the cheapest we found, a pro to install a wood burner, which is the only really way to do it in the UK, because if you do it yourself, getting it signed off by the council and stuff like that just seems a little bit of a nightmare from what I've heard. You're looking at like £2,000 minimum to get a professional to do it, whereas this, we're talking, including buying this second-hand cast iron fire insert, it's probably going to be like £200, and I can do it myself. So it's a pretty much a no-brainer on that front. We'll take you through to the other room and see what's going on there. The whole house we're doing a lot of DIY at the moment. There's a horseshoe there. I've always hung horseshoes this way up. A lot of people tell me it's unlucky to do it this way, but it's always been lucky for me. Let me know your thoughts on the horseshoe. So the dogs are having a nice little sleep. Polishing the original floorboards in here. I'm not sure if we'll go for that as a long-term solution, but here is the other iron fire insert that we've purchased. Now this fire is probably going to just be for decoration, ornamental purposes only, at least initially, but I'd like to have everything that it can be rapidly refitted to be a working fireplace if we need it. This is near the kitchen. When we're cooking, this room really doesn't need much heating, and with the dining table, it doesn't really make much sense, I think, to have a fire that close to the a dining table, although it is workable. It's got the original concrete around it, where an open fire would have been here originally when the fireplace was built. But it's just going to be for decoration. We'll get the walls plastered and painted, and this is the room that the dogs live in as well. So yeah, that's what we're kind of going for at the moment. I think everybody should be probably taking it quite seriously now. The accruing shortages in energy, depending what our leaders do, what angles they take, it could be very, very bad, or it could potentially blow over. But I think high energy costs are with us for a long time. This is what this house has got two chimney breasts on both sides, so it makes sense just to get at least something in there. Whether it's an open fire, whether for yourself or wood burner would be better. If we lived in a house that didn't have chimney breasts and you were starting from scratch, are you knocking a hole in the wall to put a flue through, wood burner would probably make sense in that situation. But this is what we've got. We're going to have one decorative fireplace that will have the ability to be rapidly refit. I just want to have everything, in the loft or in the shed, that I have the potential to get this one working in a scenario where heating, gas supplies could be disrupted for days, weeks at a time. It makes sense to me that we could do something to keep the kids warm. Just on a side note, this is actually a print of a picture of a Handley Page Halifax bomber. Interestingly enough, my great uncle, my grandfather's brother, was actually killed flying one of these Halifax bombers over Germany, he was rear gunner, shot, I believe through the leg. Obviously it's a high caliber round, you get hit anywhere, I guess, with a round that large from a German fighter plane, not going to do you much good. So he actually died in a bomber not that dissimilar to the one here, a Handley Page Halifax bomber. And that just makes me think, the warrior spirit is within all of us. Generations before us have gone through very hard times, and sometimes they've died, sometimes they've survived, but those genes are within you. So, yeah, in my opinion, times are going to get pretty rough. They looked pretty bad back in September 21, and the situation has only deteriorated more. Yeah, so that's about it, guys. Just a quick spur of the moment video, because doing the fireplaces, doing a lot of work on the house, that's why the videos have actually been a little bit slow lately. But as things settle down, university's ending for the year now, I feel like I'm starting to get to grips with the house a little bit, and it's mostly just like detailing stuff now, like taking the wallpaper off, painting. The bigger jobs are starting to be done, and it's more like TLC stuff now. And we'll get there. The videos will be coming back online. So that's the situation with the fireplaces. And thanks for watching. Secure your own energy needs, because it's not great. It's not great out there, and it's potentially looking worse by the day. Good luck and Godspeed, and I'll see you in the next video.